So I have not done one of these evening time videos yet. Usually I'm very much a morning person. But I just finished writing, the blog that goes with this video, it's being yourself. And I had another one that I was going to do today, and then I decided, you know what, let's shift over to this because this came out today and it's kind of an odd spot, but we'll roll with it, okay? And the, I guess, lesson behind this is, no, here's what it is. So what I'm sitting with right now is this bug, is finding ways to commit more and more to being more of myself, even when it feels like it's not working. It feels like it could be easier to just commit to something that already exists, to just do that and stick with it and follow that path that's carved already. And I know I'm not alone in this, and I know I'm not making these videos alone, even though sometimes it feels like it, and I keep creating, and I just have no other way to be. I can't help myself. I find myself thinking these thoughts, and then I find myself sitting on the computer like, all right, let's make this into this week's post. And it's like when you want something badly enough, it is really true that you just find a way because that intention is there, and you just keep going until you find that way. And sometimes it takes a long time, and it can be frustrating, and it can be just all of the things, and it takes you to places within yourself that you have to grow through and just learn and become and unbecome. And I really found myself trialing into the unbecoming process. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. The unbecoming, this is some light language, here you go. The unbecoming of who we become. So I know this probably doesn't make a lot of sense in the blog, especially because I was just writing. And here, though, I'd like to go a little bit deeper into becoming and unbecoming and what I was thinking when I wrote that, and what I mean by it, which is that when we are starting out, when we are children and we're learning, we are becoming something. We're becoming essentially a product of our society. We are learning roles of gender, jobs, of how to present ourselves physically. You know, what should we look like? What should we wear? How should we do our hair? How should we walk? How should we talk? Our accents, our speech, our languages, everything. This is the becoming. And the unbecoming is the choice that we make at some point along the way where we say, I am going to choose who I am. And we don't get to erase everything up until that point. No, that's there, it's done, that's part of us. But what we get to choose is what that we have learned over those years that we want to keep and what we want to shed away. We get to peel back the layers and see what is within ourselves and decide if we want to keep it or change it, add something else on. And we have that choice. A lot of people don't realize they have that choice, and it's one of those, like, the insane or sane kind of thing. And it's really like that because when we realize that we get to create our own identities, our own realities, and we get to decide what life means for ourselves, then we have so much power over ourselves, over who we are and how we walk through the paths of our lives. And it's a beautiful thing because it is it's exciting and it's terrifying and it's an adventure and it's frustrating sometimes, and it's all of the things, and it's yours, it's mine, there's nothing else like it. It's the path that you choose that is not one that has been created by someone else. And every path that exists already, and when I say a path, let's say for example like a job, you'd be a teacher or a farmer or a waitress, so whatever you are, and we have those identities that we take on, and we have many identities we take on. This gets much deeper than that, but those paths were all created by someone. At some point those paths didn't exist. At one point in time, and those didn't exist. I'm like, I don't know, but it's the evening video. This is like evening, like after dinner. So those paths did not exist before someone created them. Everything that exists already was created by someone. Everything that exists already was once someone's path of the unknown, of the unbecoming, creating that. And it's cool because when we realize this, we realize, okay, these are those paths, and if I desire to create my own, I'm going to add to the collective. I'm going to add to all of this that exists here already and make my own path, make my own mark in this world. And it's something that like anyone is capable of doing, but that not everyone wants to do. Some people are happy with following the path that's created, and that's cool. Like that's a beautiful thing too, because we need people to do that as well. But for people who want the paths like what I have chosen for myself, and that's and it's also not like I choose one or the other, like I choose path, I choose a job, or I choose this other path. No. You can be anywhere in between. You can be like full artist, writer, creator, designer, any of that. You can be someone who, has a job, family, that, and also has pieces of the other side. You can be, it's like spectrum, anywhere in between. And that's a beautiful thing too, because even if we feel like we are all the way one way or all the way the other, we actually aren't, because it's infinite either way. And at some point it all just kind of like gets very messy. We're just together. But the unbecoming and becoming. So the unbecoming is when we decide to shed those layers, which anyone can do. And we decide, okay, I decide for myself that I like eating mashed potato, like the simple things like food. Like I like to dress this way. Like I like to wear my hair this way. Like I like to not have anything on my skin. I have a thing about not having anything on my skin, and I just like that. I don't like makeup. I don't like anything on my skin. And we get to decide for ourselves. It's not like, oh, you have to be, this person. Like that took a while to decide for myself that this is what I like. And it's not even like decisions. A lot of the time it's putting yourself in the process to learn, like where you can be in a position to grow, creating that space for yourself. And it's a lot of experimentation, like trial and error, and the unbecoming, is that process that once you decide within your life, okay, I'm going to peel back layers. After we've spent so long, the becoming, which I spent a long time in here, I spent like first 25 years of my life in the becoming, and it's okay. That's been my path, and finding my passion a little later in life, like that's okay too. And we will wrap up here, but the finding yourself peace and being okay with that is this unbecoming. And so we'll continue that over in the blog post, and yeah, we'll dive deeper into that. And then if you have anything that you would like to share or ask, of course, feel free to leave that down below in the comments, and I will see you guys back here next time. Bye guys.